Let's talk about reframing your experience. A fractional role isn't like applying for a regular executive role. It is much more focused on what you can bring to the phase of that company. So instead of having a resume with your experience and your roles and how long your tenure was, you really need to start breaking down your experience into something different. I like to think of it as circles. So if you imagine your circle, that's your inner circle, is your core superpowers. If you really were to be honest with yourself and write down what makes you super special and sought after and why people want to work with you, in that core circle, you add those. Those are your superpowers, the really essential things that make what you do really important. The next circle out, you start adding things around just things you're just generally great at, that are not necessarily superpowers that make you special, but you know that you've got that, and it really rounds out your experience. And then your outer circle are things that if you were to do those things as well, you certainly could. You'd be fine, but they're not necessarily the things that are in your wheelhouse all the time. But certainly you can do those things. And I'll give you an example of what mine looks like. So when I think about my core skills, I have a lot of skills in there that are about establishing things. And I work in that seed to Series A moment. That's where I know that my core skills are best applied. So I like establishing things. I like bringing that first layer of simple process to the chaos. Post-seed funding. I know that I bring a lot of experience to that, and I know how to excel and accelerate that journey for a startup in that period of time. So I can apply my core skills best in that moment. It also brings in a lot of my next circle experience as well. So that's where it gets really interesting. You can start looking at the picture of what you bring to the table. So once you've done that, it's really important to understand the timing of that. As I say, I'm focused in the seed to Series A moment because I know that's when I can best apply my skills as a COO. That doesn't mean that I can't do pre-seed or Series A, Series B, but that's definitely where my core superpowers come into play, and less so in those other places. So what you're looking for is a pattern around where you can best be helping accelerate customers' journeys, clients' journeys through a period of time. So once you've established those circles, start looking at what type of organization those superpowers best apply to. Is it a startup, or is it a corporate, or is it a small to medium enterprise business? Where do those skill sets best apply, and when? That's the most important part here. When. Timing is everything. When you apply those skills best means that you can get from A to B. And if you can be extremely clear as a fractional leader, the journey you can take these customers on, and what having you come into the business at the right time at that phase of that journey will do, and how quickly you can get from A to B. So that's a very, very important exercise. I highly recommend everyone does, because it's actually easier to tell the stories from then how you add value and why you need to get in early.